I'm Imani Payne. We hope you're staying warm and safe as we continue to track this storm in the aftermath of its impacts. ODOT says around 1,200 of its crews were out Sunday into Monday to help clear roads across the state. If you have to be out on the roads, you're encouraged to give yourself plenty of extra time to make it to your destination. Duke Energy says scammers are using the weekend's winter storm to take advantage of its customers. Ohioans reporting receiving text messages saying they will soon be impacted by a scheduled outage. And at the bottom of that text is a link scammers are hoping people will then click on. Duke says customers should avoid clicking those links and instead visit official company communication channels for any important updates.
Neighbors, which is very nice to see.
It is. Our Katie Capusta joining us now live from Southwest Ohio in Norwood. And Katie, you've seen a lot of shovelers in the area today.
Absolutely. Even early this morning.
Definitely making some great memories out there. Katie, thank you so much for that report. Stay warm.
Our winter storm coverage continues after the break.
Up next, we're looking at the steps being taken to keep the state's unhoused population safe in these dangerous conditions. Many cities, including the city of Cleveland, are offering shelters for anyone in need of a break from the elements.
Our Siobhan Harms shows us.
The latest fatal shooting involving immigration officers in Minneapolis could lead to a partial government shutdown at the end of the day on Friday.
Growing.
If the Senate does approve a modified version of the bill, it will need to go back to the House for a vote. The House is currently out of session, so the likelihood of another government shutdown appears very possible. The last one lasted 43 days. The city of Columbus is joining 80 mayors, cities, and counties urging federal courts to address ICE enforcement in Minneapolis. The city attorney filed a legal argument challenging the Trump administration's deployment of armed federal immigration agents to the Twin Cities. The argument's coalition members, which include Cincinnati solicitor Emily Smart Warner, filed the brief in a Minnesota federal court. A federal judge is weighing an injunction that would temporarily pause ICE's activity in Minneapolis and St. Paul. That suit alleges the Trump administration is violating the state's constitutional right to police its own state. While the roads are starting to clear, officers say you should still drive carefully and pay attention to the snow emergency levels in your area. County sheriffs are responsible for issuing snow emergency levels. You can see if your area is still under an emergency warning on our website at SpectrumNews1.com. Some airports almost entirely shut down. At New York's LaGuardia, more than 80% of flights were canceled. At Washington's Reagan National Airport, almost 90%. Now, if your flight was canceled, a reminder, airlines are legally required to refund your money, even if you bought a non-refundable ticket. They are not at all. And as Spectrum's Andy Cole reports, people in Georgia are starting this work week pretty slowly. While frigid temperatures grip Ohio, one township is stepping up to make sure no one gets left behind, where crews are going door to door checking on seniors and other vulnerable neighbors. I'm Imani Payne, and here's your Spectrum News in 90. The city of Columbus joining a national legal challenge over federal immigration enforcement. City Attorney Zach Klein announcing Columbus signed onto a brief with more than 80 local governments challenging the Trump administration's deployment of armed federal agents in Minneapolis and St. Paul. The brief argues that the actions are unconstitutional and are causing harm to public safety, local governments, and communities. Monday night's Columbus Blue Jackets game against the Los Angeles Kings is postponed due to the weather. The NHL says the game at Nationwide Arena will now be played Monday, March 9th, with the start time to be announced. Tickets for tonight's game will be honored on the new date. The Blue Jackets return to the ice Wednesday night against the Philadelphia Flyers. As we prepare for frigid temperatures across the state, the Ohio State Highway Patrol has a few reminders for anyone that needs to hit the roads. Preparations begin with checking your car. Make sure you have enough wiper fluid, a full battery, and good tire pressure. Now, once you're on the roads, make sure to avoid sharp turns and give yourself extra following space. If you start losing control or skidding, resist the urge to slam on the brakes. Instead, look and steer in the direction you want to go while easing off of the pedals. And that is your Spectrum News in 90. The weather continues to be our top story. While many counties are lifting their level 3 snow emergencies, officials across the state are still urging drivers to only hit the roads if they absolutely need to. As we dig out from the big snowstorm, a deep Arctic freeze is about to bring dangerously cold temperatures with it.
Yeah, in some areas, and it's pretty thick as well.
It is, absolutely. Our Krissa Lucas is live tonight with the challenges many people are facing right now. Krissa.
Hey, Monty, Mary Lee. Well, out here,
From that couple that we saw. Very nice.
Love to see that. And Krissa, please get warm as soon as you can. Thank you so much for that report.
Well, cities across the state are now figuring out how to clear their streets and make things safe for drivers.
That's right. Our Rose Todd is out in Akron, where the snowplows have been working for days now. So, Rose, how are the roads out there tonight?
Well, they're okay. I mean, it's actively snowing, so they're still getting.
It was very active. We got the snow plows. Hopefully not too much snow hit Rose there while she was doing her report. But glad to see they are starting to clear those roads out there.
And we appreciate your honesty. You said, oh, they're not, the roads aren't very good. We're like, yeah, they're not. You should stay off of them if we can.
A work in progress there, yeah.
Rose, thank you so much. Now let's check in with Eric.
It was a busy morning for first responders Monday, but Blendon Township police officers say the calls for help slowed down as people in the town woke up. Police say neighbors began checking on one another in the mid-morning and afternoon, lifting some of the burden from officers' shoulders. Police say if you know people with limited mobility or that live alone, you should give them a call and keep checking in on one another. Warming shelters are open around the major cities in Ohio as sub-zero temperatures make it dangerously cold outside. The aftermath of our winter weather and below freezing temps are keeping schools closed. And that means a lot of parents are suddenly home with their kids juggling work, safety, and cabin fever. Dr. Nicole Clark has more on that. You might be thinking this is the most snow you've seen in a very long time, and that's the general consensus across the state. Animal rights activists are trying to give the beloved groundhog Punxsutawney Phil a digital makeover.
PETA has repeatedly.
According to PETA, groundhogs are naturally shy and avoid humans and can be distressed by loud noises, such as Groundhog Day celebrations. The state's governor is indicating the traditional celebration will not be changed. So it will be interesting to see what they decide to do. I know a lot of people look forward to those celebrations.
Yes, and hopefully we'll have an early end to winter. That's
yes, I'm with you on that. Ohio's bald eagle population is on the rise, and Ohio wildlife experts say the numbers are encouraging. The Ohio Department of Natural Resources counted 715 bald eagles from January 7th through January 21st. Now, here are the top counties with the most bald eagles reported. First three, Delaware, where 26 eagles were observed, Franklin with also 26, and Erie with 24. In 2025, the nest census found 964 active nests in Ohio. Now, that was a jump from the 707 counted in 2020. They were found in 87 of Ohio's 88 counties. If you don't mind the cold right now and want to see if you can spot them, some of the best viewing areas include parts along Lake Erie, McGee Marsh Wildlife Area in Lucas and Ottawa counties, and Pickerel Creek Wildlife Area in Sandusky.
Our coverage continues right here on Spectrum News 1. After the break, we've got more weather coverage as several states dig out from feet of snow.
We'll be right back. Even though the snow has stopped, cleanup efforts are still underway across the state after this weekend's winter storm dumped several inches. That's right. Our Katie Capusta joining us now live from Southwest Ohio in Norwood. And Katie, what has it been like out there today?
Well, the sun was shining.
Katie, thank you so much and stay safe out there. Still to come, the fatal shooting of another protester in Minneapolis is drawing attention nationwide.
Homes safe.
But first, our Krissa Lucas takes us outside for a glimpse of that snow. So, Krissa, how are things looking out there right now?
hey, Monty, Mary Lee, they're looking pretty cold.
Our Rose Todd is in Akron. And Rose, you talked with the family about how they deal with unexpected time at home with the kids. So what did they have to say?
That's right. I did talk to